Hey guys, welcome to Super Movie Land. In today's video, we're going to talk about a true masterpiece. Get Out is a 2017 American horror film written and directed by Jordan Peele. The film marked Peele's directorial debut and received worldwide acclaim from both critics and audiences. Peele, previously known for his work as a comedian and actor, surprised with his talent as a director and screenwriter. The film was produced by Blumhouse Productions, a studio specializing in horror films. The film follows the story of Chris Washington, an African-American photographer who is visiting the parents of his white girlfriend, Rose Armitage. However, the stay quickly turns into a nightmare when Chris makes disturbing discoveries about the true intentions of Rose's family. The film stars Daniel Kaluuya as Chris and Allison Williams as Rose. Kaluuya gained worldwide recognition for his performance in Get Out and received an Oscar nomination for Best Actor for his performance. Allison Williams, known from the TV series Girls, brought a convincing ambiguity to her role, which contributed significantly to the film's tension. Chris goes through a remarkable development over the course of the film, which is impressively portrayed by Kaluuya. From initial skepticism and confusion to the disturbing events in the Armitage's house to a desperate fight for survival, Kaluuya shows the transformation of his character with compelling authenticity. It allows the viewer to experience Chris's inner struggles and triumphs up close and makes him an unforgettable protagonist. In addition to Kaluuya and Williams, Bradley Whitford, Catherine Keener, Caleb Landry Jones, and Lil Rel Howery also star in important roles. Each actor contributes in their own way to the dark atmosphere of the film and gives the characters a certain eeriness. We can delve deeper into various aspects of the film, including its plot, characters, thematic elements, cinematic techniques, and social relevance. The film begins with a black man, Andre Hayworth, being kidnapped in the suburbs. This scene lays the foundation for the mystery and tension that permeates the film. We are then introduced to the main story, which focuses on protagonist Chris Washington, a young African-American photographer, and his girlfriend Rose Armitage, a white woman. They plan a weekend at Rose's parents' house in rural New York. Chris is concerned about Rose's family's reaction to her interracial relationships, while Rose tries to allay his concerns. When Chris and Rose arrive at Rose's parents, Missy and Dean Armitage, they receive a warm welcome. However, Chris is soon confronted with strange occurrences, such as the strange behavior of the black employees, Georgina and Walter. These reveal a disturbing pattern of repression and dissociation that makes Chris increasingly suspicious. During his stay, Chris is confronted with a series of disturbing discoveries. He learns that Rose's family and friends engage in a disturbing practice. They transplant the consciousness of old white people into the bodies of young, healthy black people. This horrific process is overseen by Rose's father, a neurosurgeon. The tension reaches its climax when Chris tries to escape from family violence and fight for his survival. He is confronted with his own fears and prejudices as he fights back against a racist institution that is literally trying to take over his body and identity. In the end, Chris manages to free himself from the family's clutches by foiling their plans and using his own survival instincts. He overcomes not only the physical threat, but also the psychological barriers that have held him back. However, the film does not end with a classic happy ending. Instead, he leaves the viewer with a multitude of questions and a deep reflection on racism, cultural appropriation, and the terrors of the unknown. Chris serves as the main protagonist and representative of the black experience in America. His journey from initial mistrust to a desperate fight for survival reflects the reality that many black people face every day. His character development is the focus of the film and symbolizes triumph over oppression and racism. Rose initially represents innocence and support for Chris, but is later revealed to be an ally to her racist family. Her dual role highlights the complexity of racism and the deception that often accompanies it. Rose's parents, especially her father Dean, embody the image of liberal racism. They present themselves as tolerant and open-minded, but their deep-rooted prejudices and cruel brainwashing practices reveal the ugliness behind their facade. Georgina and Walter, the Armitage's black employees, are victims of the family's cruel experiments. Her alienation from her own identity symbolizes the destruction that racism wreaks on the minds of those who are oppressed. Get Out powerfully examines the various forms of racism, from overt discrimination to subtle oppression. The Armitage's practice of brainwashing is a metaphor for cultural appropriation and the attempt to control and manipulate black identity. Chris's journey is one of self-discovery and self-assertion. He must fight not only against the external enemies, but also against the internal demons that hold him back. The film encourages people to strengthen their own identity and reject oppression and assimilation. Jason Blum, the founder of Blumhouse Productions, played a crucial role in making Get Out a reality. As producer, Blum was instrumental in supporting the project and realizing Jordan Peele's vision. Blum's business acumen and commitment to unconventional films helped make Get Out a cultural phenomenon. For Jordan Peele, Get Out marked the beginning of a successful career as a director and screenwriter. The film catapulted him into the ranks of the leading filmmakers of his generation and opened up new opportunities for him to realize innovative projects. Peele's influence on the horror genre and cinema in general is lasting and will be felt long after Get Out. Overall, the collaboration between Jordan Peele, Blumhouse Productions, and the other creatives has produced a film that is considered not only an outstanding work of the horror genre, but also an important contribution to contemporary film culture. Get Out is expected to continue to inspire, move, and challenge people for many years to come. The ending of the film reveals the true nature of the Armitage family and their racist practices. The protagonist, Chris, learns the shocking truth about what happens to the black people who disappear from the Armitage's estate. This revelation brings to light the cruelty of the racist system and highlights the deception and manipulation that often lies behind supposedly friendly gestures and facades. Get Out criticizes the social structures and prejudices that enable racism in society. The film shows how the Armitage family views black people as objects of exploitation and control, stripping them of their individuality and humanity. This critique challenges the viewer to reflect on the deep-rooted prejudices and structures that perpetuate racism. Get Out was critically acclaimed and a huge success both at the box office and in terms of cultural relevance. The film was praised for its intelligent handling of issues such as racism, cultural appropriation, and identity. Jordan Peele's unique directing style, combining subtle horror with social commentary, has earned him widespread praise and established him as one of the most exciting filmmakers of his generation. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment and subscribe our channel. See you next time.